The broader markets faced an overall red day, and with macroeconomic reports coming in as soon as our next trading session, a time to prepare for market volatility could not be more important. Let's pop open the charts for a true edge over the price action. Welcome back to the channel on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa, and let's dive into ticker symbol SPY. Let's kill 'em, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive into ticker symbol SPY, and we'll even take a look at a couple others just to see if what we have in the in our peripherals here. Sorry, can't speak right now. Wow. Okay, so hourly time frame usually is the time frame where I use the linear regression channel, and as you can see here, price action closed smack in the middle of the linear regression bands, which actually prevents us to look at a potential direction. I'm talking about using one type of strategy, right? So what we can do here is look at other time frames, right? So let me look at the 4-hour time frame and even the 8-hour time frame to see what we have, right? So okay, 8-hour time frame, hammer candle print, right? It printed inside of the linear regression bands, which means that this could actually send price action up to resistance here, and it's looking like it could be around the area of around 474.32. Now it does have it does have a range, so let's go ahead and do that. Today's price action on the 8-hour time frame, at least the high of that candle would be 473.67, and it looks like we could reach up to that 474 that we just spoke about, right? Using the regression from the rising wedge to around 474.38. So this could be an area for us to observe some resistance. And I will say that there is a little bit of a focus here at around 474.07. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Just so that we can be in the same page, right? So yeah, this is currently what I'm looking at, right? This is the range here, 474.38 to 473.67 with a focus of around 474.07, and that could certainly lead some pressure to the downside. So I am expecting a potential short-term recovery here, validate the resistance of the conversion of support into resistance from this regression here on the rising wedge, and then we could continue to the downside here. And since we did get this first closure here on the 8-hour time frame to be a viable closure, then we can go ahead and take a trend line from that close and apply it to the price action, right? And that's already taking us down to some similar targets that we've already spoken of, right? So this is the total range that I do expect for us to reach, 470.02 to 467.22 with a focus range of around 468.78 to 469.26. And now we can take into consideration the center of the triangle, which could be right about here, right, as a secondary psychological take profit zone. So let's apply it right down there, and that's taking us down to the area of about 468.33. So this way, I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm just going to go ahead and start kind of consolidating this. So here's the new focus range. Okay, 468.81 to 468.33 could be the overall move here, and now finally, the final take profit could be located by using this this candle right over here, all the way to the bottom side, right? So let's go ahead and get that trend line on there. There we go. And this would be the least likely target for us to reach, but you still have to have it there in case price action does reach it. And it does have some confluence here. It is confluent to the 464.78 at the 3.272 Fibonacci ratio. And I will say that this one here is also very much confluent to the 2.272 Fibonacci ratio at 468.51. And this would be leading very close to the 2 fib at 469.53, having a 469.75 target. So yeah, the SPY definitely think that we could actually gain position short remember, team. Remember, we're gonna have the Jolts jobs report coming out at about 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then we have FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's not untradeable. I just will say that we have to see how the reaction uh, feels, and then we could trade based on that guide. So if we don't, it would be best to leave exposure to stay cash until that reaction happens. And I will encourage my beginner traders to maybe observe the markets here, because there's going to be extreme volatility. Not having your risk management in play can be dangerous for your portfolio on a trading day like the one that's coming up. Okay, team. And now observing meta platforms. Very, very interesting low today, right? So, and on a daily time frame, I mean, this can be observed in so many different in so many different ways, right? Because it looks like we do have a type of rising wedge here in several forms, right? So let's take a look at something like, for example, like this, right? This was a complete fake out here, and yeah, just about like this here. Let's just go ahead and see how that reacts for this rising wedge. Yeah, bottom side here is around $340. And yeah, it looks like the support is just right down there. Okay, I can get it a little tighter. Okay, resistance right up here. It's looking okay. Contact right there. Fake out. And now we're actually starting to fail it, right? So, yeah, and this is the let me get that out of the way. Oh yeah, candle came down to that support bottom there, and we could, yeah, there is a possibility here within today's price action. You know, we actually opened up this candle up here at around 351.11, capitulated all the way to 340.01, and then bounced to the upside here, eventually closing the candle near the 346.44 zone. So this is already knocking at the door to the downside here. So there could be further downside to look at for ticker symbol META. And I do believe that we have a couple things to use as far as resistance, right? So let's actually bring that up, okay? And let's go down to a 4 hour time frame and see what we have, right? So 4 hour time frame, yeah, critical resistances everywhere. I do believe we can use yeah. Let me go to the hourly time frame. Yeah, EMA 21, SMA 200 hourly time frame resistance. That could be our touch tomorrow for continuation to the downside. So yeah, expect a potential 348.34 to about 349.61 rejection before us continuing to the downside. Of course, it can still go a little bit higher, but I'm expecting a potential rejection right around that area there. And please remember that Meta is actually trading at a very, very high average true range presently, right? So we want to make sure that we can also keep an eye on that, right? So the average true range here is looking like it's about $7.85 on a 14-day close daily time frame. So yeah, it's almost $8 in average true range. This is highly volatile, and I would be very careful with the way you trade the market. So please remember, team, that these analysis threads that I'm putting out right now, they are in detail, but they will cease to exist here in YouTube, as I will as I will be providing this for the ARCa Bulls members in the Discord, right? So I have completely converted the Discord private. I'm spending the next just few days here to make sure that I can grab the stragglers and bring them in to the Discord, where I'm going to be providing these deep analysis threads and pre-market prep before our next trading day. Okay, team. So please know that these the YouTube streams for execution and all that stuff, that's all going to be merged, or it's all going to be through the Discord. It should be effective this week already, but we're just giving a couple more days here to bring everybody over, and we will start streaming the full plays, educational content, algorithms, the whole thing into Discord starting next week. Starting next week. And also, please remember, team, that I do have that I still have actually about 9 or 10 seats left in the very, very last 16-week mentorship of mine, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just put it out there again, and it's going to be up to you to join up. So reach out to me at arcmasterscourse@gmail.com. I will this will be, I promise that this is the last 16-week mentorship that I'm going to have. A complete course here. I invited 30 people. I have about 9 seats left. And this would be the track 4 students, right? So I've already, let's see, track 3 is already on their way to week 6, and they're doing well. Okay, team. So please make sure to get in touch with me there, and then we'll see about the future in trading. Let's make sure to make this a great year, and make sure to come up with those resolutions and really come through. All right, team. So, yeah, weakness here on Meta. I definitely think that we could have a short-term upside here before a continuation to the downside. Of course, we're going to be supporting down in the levels of around 342.66 down into about 341.56 before finding a continuation to the downside. There may be a run to around the 330.63 zone, right? So right around 331 is where I'm thinking we could run into tomorrow. Okay, so please remember to maybe observe the markets if you are a green trader, if you are a new trader, and observe it and really forward test it, right? Put the price action to work here. Let it work for you and see how it plays against your strategies. This is a good time. This is a good time to train. All right, team. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it off. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well and a very, very good night. And I promise I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.